Well, opening night was quite wonderful. We have discovered a gem of a film with Hachi, A Dog's Tale. A film that I know is going to touch a lot of hearts when it comes out in December.
Hachi, what are you doing here? You been here all day?
No, you just showed up 2 minutes ago.
One of the great joys of the evening was having Vicki Wong with us, who was the lady who discovered the story 20 years ago and went on that long, long journey of staying with it until it got done. And she provided what a lot of people said was one of the best Q&A sessions that we've had in a long time.
With the dogs on the set, it was a really fun time. It was like going to camp for 4 months, and then this happened, and the Heartland Film Festival means so much to me because of the Truly Moving Picture Award and, you know, the mission statement about promoting films that make a difference, a positive difference.
Attendance was wonderful. People were thrilled with the film, and I think we've got a wonderful, truly moving picture coming on the scene very soon.
I have dogs myself, so I'm really connected to animals and dogs in general. And I thought it was a good representation of the relationship that animals have with humans.
We have come to several Heartland events throughout the years, and this was one of the best. We really, really enjoyed it.
We made a decision this year to open all of the Crystal Heart Award winning films in one location. And that was on Friday night, and it was a great decision. We thought it would bring a lot of energy, and it did. Because what happened is everyone was there, and you weren't at different locations, and the real strength was all the filmmakers were there. And I tell people, especially young people who are interested in film, if you go no other night, go on Friday night, because you're guaranteed to meet the filmmakers. They're all there. Every film had a representative filmmaker to bring that energy and focus to the Crystal Heart Award-winning films. This year we had almost 100 filmmakers and special guests. So 60 of those or so came on their own. But the word is out. If you're going to go to a film festival, you ought to go to Heartland. It's worth the trip.
I really hope that people who watch Big John are moved in a way, that they can recognize the family relationship between the father and son. Everybody has a father or had a father.
It was always cliche to end the movie a happy ending, but life has happy endings too. And I think that's been forgotten in cinema a little bit, and there's nothing wrong with that sentiment, because that is as real as the other.
Every year I think, they'll not be able to do as good as they did last year, and the films last year were so excellent, and then they always come through with the most beautiful films again.
The films are always exceed your expectations.
We saw Andre Knows, and it was about this woman and her 2 children who struggled through a really hard life, and it was very empowering, and it just shows that, with any barrier you can overcome with love and support and faith, and it was really awesome.
You never get up and walk out of a theater because you're disappointed. They're always moving and exciting or unforgettable in ways you can't possibly imagine. People do amazing things with film, and you see it all here.
When Greg won the Student Academy Award for Kavi, that was incredibly exciting. But my heart leaped when we found out that we were going to be in the Heartland Film Festival, because for me, this is where my heart is. This is where it started for me, and a real homecoming to come back and be a participant in this film festival.
The fact that we had 10.9% increase in our screenings was a surprise, a wonderful surprise. One of the unique things that happened this year, and it's all in the timing, was the jury, the Truly Moving Picture jury, had identified 3 films that had not opened. Most notably of that was Precious, because there's so much buzz on that film. We had to turn people away.
I felt that I was experiencing with the movie. I thought it was just very heartfelt, and I felt I was right there with it.
I will be seeing it again.
Right,
definitely.
I'm so glad I came to see it.
Oh yes.
Yeah. It's so honest. It was like hardcore type honest. Everybody needs to see this. This is really good.
Everybody.
We all laughed together, we cried together, we sighed together, we shrieked together. It moved you in every way. When you walk out of there, there's really not much left.
We had not only Precious, but Bright Star and Waking Sleeping Beauty, a wonderful doc that's coming out a little later in the year, that were all available.
Here we are in Indianapolis with a packed house screening my movie, and just a shot in the arm and the inspiration that I get from that is thrilling. Plus, being here with probably 100 other filmmakers and hearing their stories and filmmakers from around the world, I don't get a chance to do that very often. I'm locked away in dark rooms most of my life. So to be able to come here and see other people's films and meet them and get inspired by them is a treat beyond compare.
The Heartland Gala is different than just about any other film festival because of the level at which we do it. It is a black tie affair. And having the dinner in a separate location, doing the shorts during dinner time, allowed us to focus and do a program in the theater that was much more, I think, manageable. I must say the ladies who do our volunteer committee did a beautiful job of making the Egyptian room for dinner very elegant, and the theater was a very positive change. And the folks who come just for the awards felt very much more at home and felt their seats were quite wonderful. And some people would argue that the balcony seats, which is where they sat, are the better seats. So they were happy too. Having the founder and president of Pixar Films, Ed Catmull, I think just the whole feel of the evening was very special.
It's just amazing hospitality, and everyone has been so kind and welcoming, and that's just a real encouragement to a young filmmaker.
I believe when I went to Hollywood after I graduated, I took a lot of the ideals that I had learned in this festival. This was my first festival, and was really inspired by what it meant.
So I just want to say to my fellow filmmakers, I mean, it's an honor to be amongst you. You guys have been really awesome to get to know. You've all been really kind, and I feel especially honored to receive this because of the quality of work that is shown at this festival.
Thank you for what you all do for holding this festival. You do very important work, and you influence all of us. And on a very personal note, you influence me and encourage me and the many, many amazing artists I work with to keep doing our work, and for that, I thank you.
Kim and I have worked together for almost 20 years on something between 12 to 15 films, but I have to say that there's not been one festival which embodies the spirit of the kind of films that Kim makes.
Thank you. It's a privilege and an honor for Ladifia and I to be here from South Africa. And in our hearts, we're going to take this award home to the children, the raped and sexually abused children that we assist. On behalf of the children we serve, God bless each and every one of you, and thank you for having us in your wonderful country. Thank you.
I just really am happy that everyone has been touched and is inspired, and know that out of all the trials and tribulations that I've ever went through in my life, I never gave up. And this award shows that, and I want to thank you all for just giving me that inspiration to be happy about it. And the Heartland Festival, thank you guys so much. It's just an inspiration, really. Thank you.
The purpose of making it justified the trouble and the toil and the money and the efforts that went to making this film. Thank you, my ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart.
This film in particular is very special to my heart because it's inspired by my mother's story. And the reason that I made this film was to thank my mother for everything that she's ever sacrificed for me.
Once you're about to finish a picture, it's what's next? What story can I tell? And this reaffirms that the stories that we need to tell are stories that matter. So for that, I really thank the Heartland Film Festival.
And also to the guy, the young Kurdish I told you before, who crossed the channel by swimming, and the volunteers in Now for Friends told me that they had no news from him, nevermore. So this is for him. Thank you very much.
You look back and you go, what a great year. We indeed fulfilled our mission of honoring filmmakers who make life-affirming films.